Factors such as rapid urbanization, dietary changes, and rapid population growth are placing tremendous pressure on food systems, mostly in developing countries. Based on current income, population, and consumption trends, the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations,
we could say unmistakably that our health depends on the quality of the food we eat, and therefore on the quality of the food system we depend on for our living. When the food systems we depend on as consumer or producer collapse, our individual and collective well-being also collapse, as we have experienced in the early months of the current COVID-19 pandemic.
If it takes city, whether it be policy, community level, citizens or business interventions, the possibilities for transforming our food systems are ripe in the cities. But there are real challenges, and most of us are familiar with these challenges. Just as the food systems are not healthy, not sustainable, and not equitable, the urban food environment are also not. And therefore, we are talking about transforming the food system. Of course, the food environment is part of the food system. We should also be thinking about transforming it in its entirety, including the food environment in the urban areas.
The anticipated population growth and city expansion, we need to be innovative about how we plan and work to secure the food chain for our people. Currently, Accra Metropolitan Assembly has converted the rooftop of City Hall into a lively urban garden, growing organic vegetables. We can, if we put our minds to it, make backyard gardening, tabletop gardening, and others more attractive and assure ourselves of being able to withstand any shocks that may affect our fundamental right to food.
So it was through the exchange of best practices, technical assistance, and capacity building between different actors that the city of Kilimani has drawn up a plan which was tailored specifically to the context to address three major challenges. As I mentioned, the first was the waste management crisis, food security, and mangrove restoration.
These discussions will definitely result also into policy interventions that are necessary for promoting health diets, food and nutrition security in the city of Kigali and in the rural districts, different ways in which we might better link the urban and para-urban and of course in rural food systems to ensure sustainability of these systems. When I looked at the aims of these kind of dialogues, I have felt much comfortable and I would say also excited because Rwanda recognizes that planned urbanization creates opportunities for socioeconomic growth, and it is now promoting urbanization policies that we are also, putting towards in our development agenda.
Will offer opportunities for our citizens to engage directly in proposing pathways towards sustainable food systems, exploring new ways of working together and encouraging more collaborative action between Kigali and the district of Rulindo.
Food systems issue is a complex web of activities ranging from production, processing, movement to consumption. It is a chain approach, and worse still, the chain has sub-chains and many tributaries that must all be brought to the surface. The summit will really awaken the world to the fact that we all must work together to transform the way the world produces, consumes, and think about food.
Look local authorities working with other stakeholders need to come up with a budget support for nature-based improvements for food security and income supplements.
The complexity, as I said, of food, of the multidimensional nature of the question of food is telling us that you have different levels of interventions. There is an intervention from the policy level, but there is also intervention in terms of the implementation, but there's also some sort of implementation in terms of raising the capacity, raising the awareness of the farmers, particularly the connectivity that we are all connected with the web. We are in a web sort of network. So no one component can act and can survive on its own.